Hello everyone. Angie here. Coming on to do this week's Marguerite Miller Collage Challenge with you guys. We are on week 49. Can you believe it? My goodness, where has the time flown? Let's get into this. How is everybody today? Hope their week is getting off to a wonderful start. And everything is going your way. Okay, let's see here. Week 49. Something on a string. A measurement of something, even if you have to write it out. That kind of confused me a little bit, but we'll go by that. A piece of a map, something in a geometric shape besides rectangular, something cold to touch, and for a bonus, a person. Okay, I've got all my bits here, and I've got some other bits right off here to the side. Maybe I don't know if the camera's picking it up. You might be able to see it. I have a little bit of a glare from my ceiling light, so I've kind of trying to stay focused over here so that does not interfere with the visualization for you guys, if you will. Okay, something on a string. I have a few things that I thought in mind. Let's see. I have this fussy cut little piece here, print. This is a image of a dream catcher, but it's decorated for Christmas with poinsettias and pine cones, and it's really pretty. I cut off the string part, but if you don't know if you can see the string portion right there, and then it's got a little bell dangling from it. It was absolutely beautiful digital image. So I fussy cut that out. So that's my something on a string. But I also have a string of lights, Christmas lights here. Okay, so I'll probably use that as well. Okay, a measurement of something. I don't know. I just grabbed a digital piece of a yardstick. That's my measurement of something. A piece of a map. I have a couple of them here, I thought. I had more than one. Oh, here it is. Two little mini images of random places. They're maps. So I'll use one or both of those. Something in a geometric shape. I have, what do I have? Well, we could use the postcard. That's a square. I also have some buttons in circular shapes. So that's geometric shape, circle. Okay, so we'll use that. Something cold to the touch. Now that's this image here. This is a stamp I have, and I wanted to show you that stamp. It's from Stampanonymous.com, and it's a beautiful postcard image. And you can see the snowy scene. It's like a Christmas scene. It's got the holly there, and it's just gorgeous. So I thought I'd use that. So I printed one on cream-colored cardstock, and I'm gonna leave it. I used black ink, black soot ink, and I'm gonna leave it black. I like that look, but if you can see, I tried to hint, barely lightly touch the tips of the trees and random areas, and I focused on the rooftops of the homes, of the houses, the roofs, and I put some glossy accents as well as some silver glitter, fine glitter, to give it a little shimmer and a shine to kind of accent the snowy areas, if you could see that. And I thought that was really pretty. And then a person, I have fussy cut this little stamped girl here. She's one of my little favorite images that I like to stamp and use. And then I have an image of an angel, and I have her fussy cut. So I'll use either both or one of those. I don't know which. We'll kind of go as we see as we go. Okay. And then I also fussy cut a tree out. And all I did for that was I just grabbed a piece of scrap green paper, and I just did some squiggly lines and cut out a Christmas tree, or supposed to be a Christmas tree. And what I'm going to try and go for on this week's collage is a Christmas scene. We're getting into the last couple weeks of December, and I was hoping that one of the weeks of the prompts would kind of speak to me to where I could make like a Christmas scene. So that's going to be my attempt today, is make like a Christmas collage scene with these items. Okay, so let's get into it and see what we end up with. I just hope they all go together, because I was just kind of rummaging through. Oh, And I grabbed this little piece of, this is a little Christmas poem. And I know the writing is really small, but I'll probably end up tucking that in there somewhere, and I'll read it to you before I tuck it in wherever I tuck it in. Then I have a piece of tissue paper, and I thought I'd use that as just a background piece. And this is just white copy paper here. And I thought I'd just put some of this tissue paper down as a base. So let's start there, and let's just kind of see where we end up. I hope this turns out to be something worth looking at. But I was really looking forward to having a week where I can dedicate to a Christmas scene. You know, I you know, try to do that. Like if there's a week where, you know, it's around Easter, you know, and try and do it around Easter if it's the Easter time, or Valentine's, or, you know, whatever. And it just, with that one particular prompt that said something cold to the touch, I immediately thought of snow and ice. So I kind of went from there, and I just said, you know what, this is going to be my Christmas scene. And I just started pulling out everything that I thought might halfway go together, and just went from there. So let me trim this off. And this was just an 8.5 by 11 piece of copy paper, and I just cut it down a little bit, a couple inches on each side to fit in my collage book. And once we get this done, I will bring the book out, and hopefully it'll fit in there. It should. All right. So that's just a little base. So it's not stark white. And I thought we would bring in a little ink as we go, of course. So I thought I would hit the edges with some vintage photo. It's not going to be very vintagey per se because of all the, I guess you could call it modern style pieces that I'm using, but I'm hoping it will, once we're done, it'll have a little bit of a vintage feel to it. We will see. So we have a cold day here, and I am hunkered down in the house today. I'm not doing much in the ways of outside. I got all my running around in yesterday, so I wouldn't have to go out in the cold today. I'm just going to hit this with a little bit of vintage photo, so let's take away some of that white here and there. Okay, that's good for now. All right, so now we've got our base. Now this is my biggest image, so I thought that would be the star of the show, so to speak. And I guess I should leave this out because we're going to have to ink as we go. Okay. And we can go ahead and hit the tree. And I tried to do some score lines on here to try and give it a little bit of texture, and I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it didn't do so well. But I tried. I was going to emboss the piece, but I don't know, I just changed my mind on that. After I got finished scratching the paper up, I said, you know what? We're just gonna let it be, and we're just gonna go with it. And I thought maybe once I scored and put some scores on it and then brought some ink into it, it would kind of sit on those, in those areas. But it doesn't really look like it's doing that, but that's okay. Not everything works out perfectly, does it? Okay. Okay, so my next biggest piece is this. And that little bell hanging, so I guess this is gonna have to go on this side. Oh, that's pretty, I like that. Okay. Let's nestle that right in there. You can bring out that bell. Oh, that's cute. Maybe something like that. Okay. So that means the tree will have to go on this side. It's a big tree. Maybe I shouldn't have cut such a big tree. That's okay. All right, so we could do something like that. That kind of balances the color, the red and the green. Okay. What do we have next? Okay, my ruler. I thought we'd just put that along the side or something. That'll show the measurement of the height of my tree or something. My tree is 5.5 feet tall. Something like that. Or we could run it along the bottom. Let's see. Maybe that would be better. Shows the measurement of my page. 8.5 inches. Yeah. I kind of like that balance, that color tone. Okay. And then we've got a map. And I've got 2 of them. There's a little green in this, so maybe we should put this behind the tree to kind of blend in with the tree a little bit, maybe just a hint of it peeking out. We know it's there. It doesn't have to be completely exposed, just so it's showing. Maybe something, maybe up a little. I don't know. Let's see. I think I like it better this way. Actually, I think I'm going to trim around the outer portion of the land and the ocean a little bit. I don't think we need all that. I said a piece of a map. It don't have to be the whole thing. And then a little ink. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I like that better. Just so it's not a straight edge, okay? All right, I like that. And then the other one, we could just set it right there. Okay. What else do we have? Person. So I've got that. And the string. And I have my Christmas lights. I thought I would glue these Christmas lights down onto my tree. And this is definitely going to be a bulky piece. It's going to be really protruding out of my notebook, but that's okay. We're almost done with the year. So I thought about that. And then I like the little girl, but she's looking this way, so we'd have to stand her. Maybe she's admiring the tree. We'd have to put her right here on the edge. Maybe we could put the angel. pieces I feel like don't really mesh together too well, but I don't know. I think it's the big old bulky green tree is what's bothering me. Okay, I like these pieces for the most part, so I'm gonna start putting these down before I change my mind. So I'm gonna cut that off at the 8.5 mark. I'm gonna bring a little ink into it. So we're gonna put that baby down. So watch, I just thought about it. I'm doing this Christmas scene and I don't look at my prompts ahead of time. So I have no idea what's on 50, 51, and 52. But I just thought about it. Here I am doing a Christmas scene, and I bet one of the last weeks are going to be Christmas related. What do you want to know? And I'm tempted to look, but I'm not going to. I don't look until the day before I start filming and I gather my pieces together. I try to just go on a whim and go with what I'm feeling and thinking at that moment. I try not to put too much stress on myself and too much thought into it, and just kind of be whimsical, I guess you could say, and just go for it. Okay, so there's that. And I don't like that straight edge, so I'm going to tear that off. Put this right up to the edge of the yardstick ruler area there. Okay. And then bring that right in somewhere like that. Do we need to come over a little more? Let's see. I gotta save room for the tree and the little girl. There's my little girl. And we could have her all wrapped in the lights like she's trying to decorate the tree. That would be cute. Oh, I like that. Okay. That's a good position there. So I'm going to glue that bell down before it breaks off. All right. Now, is anything else going back behind there? I always do that. I put things down and then in the last second I realize, oh, I want to tuck something under there. I'll just glue the middle of this just in case. I won't glue the outer edges because I don't know yet. Okay, I want that to sit right there on the yardstick. And down we go. Okay. See, I might want to put that angel under there. Let me see how that would look behind the tree. Not too bad, actually. I don't know what I want to do. Okay, I'm going to put that down right about there, so it can peek out behind the Christmas tree. Okay, I'm not going to put anything under here, so let me go ahead and close that up. Okay, so if I wrap her up in the lights, that will leave my tree bare, but it can look as if we're just getting started on the decorating as well. But I do have some bits over here. I have some snowflakes. Some that came off, I could use those. Have a button. Maybe we can put that up here at the top of the tree. I have some candy canes. We can put those on the tree. Or I could put a candy cane like she's holding the candy cane behind her back with her hands also. Something like that. I only have 3 candy canes, so and I have a little snowman, something that's cold to the touch. Maybe we could put him on there. Then I grabbed this Christmas tree. Don't know that we need it, but okay, Angie, you need to make a decision, right? Well, we're definitely going to put the tree down, so let's start there. I'm thinking. I definitely feel like we need something up there. I'm looking over here in my little bits and pieces. I'm gonna grab some thin ribbon. Hold on just a second. I have some real thin, it's not red, but it's burgundy, but it'll do. I feel like we need something on the top of that tree. So I'm going to put this button, and I'm going to tie a bow. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's shape it. Get it good and tight. We're getting there, guys. And we're going to put that on the top of the tree. And I want my little snowman. Use another piece for something cold to the touch. We're going to let him sit right down here. And we'll put our snowflakes. Okay. And now we need to decide where I'm going to put these lights. Do I want to put them around her, like she's getting ready to help decorate? And now, we'll just have her, she's just observing all the beautiful decorations. And I know I'm going to have to bring in some hot glue. But for the time, we're going to try and get by without it. You know what? Let me just grab it. Because it's not going to work otherwise. Let me plug it in real quick. Okay, it'll be hot in 60 seconds. And in the meantime, I can figure out what to do with her. I know I need to ink her. Such a cutie, isn't she? I love working with her. All right, so we'll put her down. And she's just observing all the beautiful decorations. Okay. Do I want to use these? Oh, and I have my poem too, don't I? Let me read you this poem real quick. I thought that was nice. It's called Why It Is. Though the presents are shiny and the paper is bright, and it is hard to wait through the long and cold night, to open them all the very next day and bring out the wonderful new toys to play, it is important that we all remember why it is we give presents at the end of December, why it is we all gather and joyously sing to celebrate the birth of our Savior and King. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm gonna put that somewhere. I'll just put it on the back of my prompt list because the page is getting pretty full. I didn't think I'd have enough items to fill that up, but it's getting there. Or I could put it on the other page with the prompt list. That might be a good idea as well, huh? Trim this down just a bit. That is bothering me. Okay, so this will go on the next page with the prompt list. And my glue gun is hot. So let's get this baby down. Dollop. Oop. go. We got a dollop there where we don't need it. Okay. Oh, those strands. Okay. A little dollop there. Let me grab my silicone fingertip. Okay, I'll put a dollop there. And we'll put a dollop right there. Very cute. Okay. So that's that. Not a traditional collage, but I like it. Okay. What else do we have? Got these little candy canes. Do I want to just, they're kind of big though. No, I think I'm not going to use the candy canes, guys. All right, and then I've got a couple more buttons. And I'm thinking to go ahead and just use those just to bring in a little more from each side. No, I don't think it needs that either. Just trying to move all these little gluey strands here. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I don't want to overcrowd the page, I think. I've got a few more pieces, but you know what? I'm going to leave it as is. Let me grab my collage book. And, yep, that was week 48. I love that page. Okay, that was week 48. So this will be 49. And it fits quite nicely. So let's put that down. And I know I may not be completely in frame, but I'll bring that back up in just a minute. I have so much stuff on my desk, it really doesn't give me that much room to work, I'll tell you. My problem is I like to have everything as close as hand as possible, so that really doesn't give me much room for working space, because I have everything right around me, or at least as much as I can. Okay, so let me see if I can prop this up and pull this up a little bit now. All right, there we go. Can you guys see that? Yeah, somewhat in frame. Seal at these ends a little bit better. Okay. Got all my glues open, don't I? All right, and then this, we could put this poem up here. Just bring in a little shading. And we'll put these down. Well, I'm glad I was able to make at least somewhat one Christmas scene during the month of December. And we'll see what the last 3 weeks bring forth for us. And I covered up a little bit of the poem, but that's okay. We read it together, and that's all that matters. Okay, guys. Well, I think I'm going to call that done. Let me turn off unplug my glue stick so that I can start cooling down. Okay, well, I didn't use my angel. I didn't use the tree or the buttons, or I used a few of the snowflakes. So I used most of the pieces that I brought out. Not too bad. And this is what we've got for a finished look. Something on a string. We've got this beautiful, beautiful image of a Christmas dream catcher, as well as the Christmas lights. A measure of something. That's my yardstick here. Piece of a map. I've got a piece here as well as a piece behind the tree, and I can see the end is sticking up. Let's get that down. Okay. Something with a geometric shape that is, oh, I didn't use anything, did I? So I guess that's what I was going to use the buttons for, wasn't it? So we have to use the buttons, guys. Okay, so the geometric shape will be a button. And I don't think I'm going to use the green one. I think that green tree is just really overpowering to me. So I'm just going to use the one green button. And then something cold to touch is the snow, and that's the snowy scene in the vintage postcard here, and I accented that with some glossy accents and some silver glitter to make it glisten and stand off the page a little bit more. And then we've got our cute little adorable snowman here at the bottom as well. And then for a bonus, it is a person, so I've got this little stamped image of this adorable little girl here. She's just standing off to the side, just admiring all the beautiful Christmas decorations, and she's just really, really looking forward to her Christmas. And then for the geometric shape, I've got my circle. And I guess it could be the oval as well, but for the actual piece, we'll put another bow on another button and use that. That'll be fine. If my fingers are going to work. Let's try that one more time. There we go. Pull it really tight. Oops. There we go. Okay. And it should be hot enough where I can get a little dollop out for this button. And we're going to put it right down here. All right. There we go. Well, that is my collage for week 49, guys. A nice, pretty Christmas scene. Got a snow glistening. Got a cute little girl just anticipating for Christmas Day. She just cannot wait. Okay, so thank you so very much for spending time with me, guys. And while I have a second, I want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. If I don't, I'm sure I'll say it again before the end of the year, but I just want to take this moment now, since we've got ourselves a beautiful little Christmas scene, and wish you all the best of holidays. Okay, so I will see you again soon, and you guys take care. God bless. Bye-bye.